Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to some more Apex Legends gameplay. Today we're dropping here on Airbase. Gameplay's not too crazy, no world record gameplay, no 20 plus kills personally. I'm not lying when I say I had a cool gameplay record. I think I mentioned it in a previous video. I'm not sure though, because sometimes I record a previous commentary for certain videos and I don't like how it turns out, so I'll do another one. Don't want to put up trash quality. It may still be trash, but that's, at least to me, it was decent to put up. I'm not going to put up poo. So this is a win. It's a win. I wouldn't put up losing. Like, why the hell would you watch someone lose? Like, it's boring enough to lose on your own. Why would you watch, like, oh, I'm going to go on YouTube and watch this guy lose? Yes. Unless I have some reaction or I lose to some, like, big bet. But I'm just sitting here quietly losing at the game. What's the point? Anyways, today's video, like I said, no crazy gameplay. I do have some good highlights, though, and I checked them recently. And they're not corrupt as the other footage did, that 16 kill game that I had. And I'm not making that up. I feel like some people would think, oh, this guy's, oh, how coincidental, how convenient that your high kill gameplay just suddenly got corrupt and all the other stuff doesn't. I'm being dead serious because, one, why would I make up a story if I didn't have one? And two, if I was going to make up a story, I would make it sound way more badass than, yeah, I got 16 kills and it got deleted. No, I'd be like, oh, dude, I got 28 kills solo. No one helping me. But no, so it was 16, it corrupted. I think I may have mentioned that in a previous video, but if not, there you go. That's gone forever. Aaron Hernandez, I'm sorry about it. I do have some cool clips to go up soon. We got one today, it was pretty cool. It got me pretty hyped, actually. But anyways, I digress. I'm getting too far in this video without getting to the point. Today's video is going to be about Call of Duty. Shocking how I upload Apex Legends and I talk about Call of Duty for 85% of the video. But, I mean, I only really play two games, Call of Duty and whatever, like the free-to-play game of the flavor of free-to-play game is. Just because, one, I don't have a whole lot of money to be thrown around on games. And two, I like what I like. And I like shooters. I like the high intensity. I've tried to play sports games like 2K and Madden. And to me, again, personal opinion, I'm sorry, because I know people are going to want to jump down my throat for this, but I found them to be boring. Now, if I was just chilling, and I was, like, okay, like, if I was to rank, like, entertainment in terms of, like, keep you engaged and hours just seem to fly by, I would rank, like, movies as, like, the most relaxed zombie, like, just kind of sit there, and TV, since like it changes between TV and commercials, is a little bit more engaging. You're like, all right, I'm gonna go grab something during the commercial. Or a movie's so long, you probably fall asleep if it's late at night anyway. And then you get to I guess watching internet videos. Just add one in there out of nowhere. But video games are a lot more intense. But on that same page, sports games / adventure games to me are like, all right, I'm gonna play. Like, now I know they can get competitive. Like 2K, I've seen some competitive YouTube videos where like the people get pretty into it, and I'm like, okay, that's interesting to me. But to me, it's more interesting to watch than play. So I play shooters. It was a long-ass way to explain that, but I play shooter games. So I'm almost always going to be talking about the shooting game world, shooter game FPS world. And the two biggest, or the two bigger, I guess, categories / players in that realm are Call of Duty as an FPS, and then typically the free-to-play Battle Royale. That's just kind of how gaming culture has kind of evolved. So the comparison, or I guess what I'm comparing, or what I'm going to, the theory of the video here is going to be a video I saw actually from Drifter. Now, Drifter's a Call of Duty YouTuber. He's been doing some other stuff because even the Call of Duty YouTubers that get paid to make YouTube videos, at least in the beginning, are playing Apex Legends and Fortnite and going back to like old school stuff like PUBG. Like, that just shows you how unfun and the lack of excuse me again, man, the lack of replayability is that people who literally get paid decent and sometimes way too much money. Speaking of money, little Apex Legends fact, if you didn't know this, I saw this on Twitter and it's on the internet, so of course it's true. I saw there, and it's actually, I think, was from like a Charlie Intel, or one of the verified like gaming news Twitters. So it wasn't just like some random guys like, yeah, I heard this. I guess I'll just say this. It was reported, because I don't think anyone knows for sure or can confirm for absolute certain, but it was reported that Ninja, everyone knows Ninja, streamer, got paid $1 million in some capacity to play and promote Apex Legends, I think for 2 weeks. Maybe a week, but I think it was 2 weeks. Like, the first 2 weeks the game was out. $1 million. I'm playing this shit for free. I'm putting in so many hours on this game for $0. I haven't bought the Battle Pass, and I haven't bought any skins, so I haven't given them money yet. If they put out a really, really dope skin, maybe for Bangalore or something that I'm like, yeah, I gotta do it, then maybe. But at this point, they've got no money. But still, this guy gets paid $1 million. I know, of course, he has a lot more fans than I do. But hey, I'm coming in strong with that 126. All right, we're repping the brand here. I'll hit up Epic Games, or no, it's Respawn. Epic Games is Fortnite. I could have done that a while ago. I'll hit up Respawn and be like, hey, I'll do it for like $20. They were like, what the hell are you talking about? Anyways, so the Drifter video talked about the anti-consumer nature that Activision, which obviously is associated with Call of Duty, has kind of just gone to and really not given a fuck about in terms of their latest games. Like, you think about, like, and I say latest, but this is kind of getting to be ways out there. Like, it's like 3 or 4 years to now, how the loot crates and the microtransactions, the incomplete games, they just get worse and worse and more annoying. It's really becoming like, it's like a cash cow model. Now it's weird because in this Drifter video, he talks a lot about like economic policy and microeconomics, macroeconomics, and some terminology, and that's what I'm studying in school at the same time. Like, I'm doing that right now, so like some of it I recognize and I understand. So I'm not trying to like sound like a big cat. Like, well, if you want to know the cash cow model and how the microeconomic environment, like I'm not going to be a chotch about it. But like, this is actually what Drifter mentioned in the video. And shout out to Drifter again. He's looking at this through a very intellectual and I think a very fair lens, because at the end of the day, every business exists to make money. A common misconception is like, some of them don't make money, or there are some just really honest to good causes out there. There are charities. I think the Red Cross even. I think like the CEO of the Red Cross makes like $500,000 a year, or maybe that was like the Livestrong Foundation. Like the top leadership of charities was making $1 million a year and driving around on like a Ferrari 458. Like, everyone's making money. I hate to tell you. If you think that that's not the case in the business world, at least in a capitalist economy like the United States, then I guess ignorance is bliss to an extent, but that's not the case. Everyone's making money, even the non-profits. I mean, even your local animal shelter would love to make money. If they could, they would. They can't always, because no one supports animal shelters until you put on a really sad Sarah McLachlan commercial and see, and then everyone's like, oh my god, take my $119 a month, and then like, I'm not gonna call, and then they're just going to start killing all these dogs. What are they going to do with them? So, man, I'm on a real fucking tangent. Holy shit. Back to the Call of Duty topic. So, anti-consumer nature. Now, I've seen this happen live, and it really hurts my heart because I'm watching some of these old... And it's really this weird time where the Call of Duty games now are hitting 10 years old. Like, MW2 is 10 years old this year in the fall. A decade old. Then, obviously, some of the more recent games, which aren't recent because they're like 6-7 years ago, but like these games are getting to kind of get towards that decade landmark, and you're getting videos on YouTube like nostalgia montages and getting you in the feels like, watch this if you missed so and so game or such and such game. And I'm looking back on these videos, and I have some of my own videos I uploaded of like Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, like the hours, honestly days. Like I think I have over 50 days of time played on MW2, which I don't know if that's true or if that's just like got changed, because like I joined some random game and got like 10th prestige. I think everyone's done that at this point. There's just so many random just modded lobbies in that game. But the little timer or the playtime stat down there says 50 days. So I've been playing that game a lot. But these games, like, there was such a different vibe about the game. Like, the game came complete. The game had character. It was fun. They were passionate about the game. There's a trailer. Now, go look this up. It's out there. I promise. I looked at it the other day. There's a trailer for Black Ops 1. It's just this, I think it was like First Strike or something. I think it was the first DLC pack of Black Ops 1. This is the trailer for a DLC. This is a trailer for a map pack. And it's like a 2-minute and 15-second completely animated music video of these two dudes on the Berlin Wall. I forget the song, but it's like a complete rock and roll music video, and it's all like, what's the word? Basically animated. Like it's all like rendered. It's all like 3D rendering. Like, there is so much time and effort, and like you can just tell like these people were passionate because they made it. Unless they were like sitting there with like whips, like, make this trailer. They were passionate about this trailer. Like, it makes you want to fucking play the game. Like, dude, I just watched the trailer. I'm gonna buy that shit because these guys are on the Berlin Wall with flamethrower, like, assault rifle guitars, hitting that guitar, solo on top of the sentry gun tower. I'm gonna go play this game. And then you got Black Ops, where they're like, yeah, we're gonna put cops with mustaches, and we're gonna have a literal bag of coins be a melee weapon. Like, just think of like that just sharp, like, complete contrast And it's not just that. It's not just how much the effort's put into the game. It's just the complete like overbearing nature of which the companies are charging money, like microtransactions. Map packs come out. There's 2 maps. There's 2 guns. The guns are like so many hours of grinding. Even when you still put money into getting these battle passes or seasons, they come out with these pre-order specials or exclusives. This exclusives, quote unquote exclusives, come out in the store like 2 weeks later. The exclusive maps come out free to play eventually, which I support. I want everyone to play the game, but it's a prime example, or I guess complete like proof at this point, that the games are built around these DLCs. They're built around a secondary money source. Like in the Drifter video, he mentioned the cash cow model, and that's literally how Activision is treating, and I guess the developers now, because they don't give a shit about it, they're treating Call of Duty. They know that just the name itself, it gets ad clicks, it gets, internet circulation, it gets impressions. People are gonna. I buy the game every year because I love Call of Duty, and I want to see like everyone's hoping. Oh, are we gonna get that feeling back? Like everyone's chasing the dragon. Everyone's chasing the dragon of that like prime time COD. For me, it was Black Ops 1. I didn't get to play MW2 in the prime, but for me, it's Black Ops 1. I also loved MW3, but I have such fond memories of Black Ops 1 multiplayer, and I'm always chasing that feeling of like, can I get that feeling back of the good old days? When I was a kid playing the game. So I buy the game every year, and the developers and Activision knows this. Like, okay, we're gonna keep producing games, but they build it around this little microtransaction DLC, I guess, concept. So even if you don't want to buy the quote unquote cosmetic only additions or content, then you're missing out on like 30% of the game because it's built around you buying that shit. And at the end of the day, these quote unquote $60 games, you have to buy this Black Ops Pass, which they don't even put content out for, and then like all the skins, like you're getting like a $15 skin. These games end up being damn near like $200, $300 overall. Like, that is insane. Like, back in the day, if you wanted to buy, I think it was like $15 a piece for 4 map packs, and then you had like the $60 game. So right there, it's like I think $120. If I just did that quick maths correctly, which that's if you buy everything, and I think even then you could still do like the season pass, and it was like I think only $35, maybe $40. So you saved a little bit of money, but that was the top. Now these games are getting $200, $300, and that's to be expected. Like, if you want to get the full game experience, you have to pay $300 for a Call of Duty game. It's like, that's insane. Like, I have more fun on free to play games. Now they rely on the microtransaction DLC, which I don't think Apex is going to get the same that Fortnite did, but Fortnite kind of broke onto the scene, and that it really tapped into that market like no one ever had, and I think people kind of got burnt out. But still, Apex is free to play, so that's why I don't get bent out of shape about their DLC system or their stores. Because, okay, I'm enjoying the game. I can get more out of it if I choose to pay. But if I don't want to pay, then I understand that, okay, I'm playing a free to play game. I assume and I'm expecting this game to be, or I guess to include that DLC system, to include that little shop, like the marketplace. Call of Duty makes you pay $60 right out the gate. And they don't even give you the full game. There's no leaderboards. There's no league play. Things are missing. Like, I even saw somewhere where I think it's Treyarch. I don't think Activision has control over this, but maybe. Black Ops 4 no longer can be the way that the computer, I guess the code, the way that the code was made. Some third-party stat tracking websites could, I guess, just get live updates on the game. So you could, like how Social Blade does YouTube channels and whatnot and Twitch streams. It would just show your stats on like a third-party site. And I think all these Call of Duties, like for like the last 5 years, it worked on the same engine, on the same code. And then all of a sudden, like the developers are like, can't do that anymore. And it's just to hide the player count. They're so embarrassed, and they know that the player counts are so low in these games. But it's because they're anti-consumer. They're pushing people away. They're like, okay, pay $60 for our game. Cool, pre-order exclusive. It's not really exclusive. Go ahead and pay $50 for the Black Ops Pass. So much content to come. Yeah, actually, it's a lot of content to come. You know why it's so much content? The game's only like 60% done, and we're gonna sell it that way. So buy it for $60, but then we're gonna sell you the rest of the game over time, and you're gonna be like, yeah, that's gonna keep you playing. And they're like, we have this great theory, it's gonna work. And I think it's obviously been like going down, but now they're hitting such a wall. They're even hiding the player counts by taking away these little things like third-party stat sites, the things that build the Call of Duty community. Like the old days where YouTube like was just becoming a big thing in gaming, literally brought a whole wave of YouTube like out of nowhere. Like 6, 7 years ago, would you ever watch gamers like live stream or have professional tournaments? Like I know they existed, but never with the viewership. I mean, I just saw the other day. I think it was like earlier this week. Excuse me, Nissan, like the car company, just sponsored a bunch of MLG teams. Like what the, like all these guys are driving around in sports cars. They have all the designer clothes on. There is so much money in esports, but it's because of Call of Duty. Call of Duty, Halo also did it. I know Counter-Strike had its thing, but Call of Duty brought this viewership, and then that's the business side. That's the money. Like that's why athletes get paid so much money. People are like, why is it that some guy can go catch a ball and he gets paid, $300 million? I'm like, because no one's watching a doctor do surgery. So many people watch that guy throw that ball or catch that ball or kick that ball or hit that ball. Whatever he does with that ball really well, people tune in. They buy the jersey. They buy the team merch. They're going to throw a Super Bowl party if that guy's throwing the ball in that bowl game. That's why the money is there. No one's watching, I don't know, a fucking attorney in court except for the people that they put in there. Like you're not like, well, we have about 110 million viewers today, Bob. Like this isn't there, but that's where the money. That's all the advertisers. So the Call of Duty explosion and really bringing in that whole wave of MLG, Doritos, Mountain Dew, Red Bull, G Fuel. I'm gonna be the best, everything, and the best. That wave was the old school Call of Duty, and that's when they had passion for the game and they supported the players. And the players like, hey, this is broken. Except for the noob tubes and Commando, but hey, everyone's got mistakes, man. That's one they didn't fix. But other than that, man, like they had passion for the game. They loved what the game was like. They did interviews. They were talking. They were like, look at this in the map. This is how he did it. And they had little like behind the scenes footage. They were proud of their game. Now I feel like these like Treyarch and Infinity Ward and whoever the hell else makes the third one, they put out a game. They kind of like throw it, like if you're turning it, like how your teacher hands you or a professor hands you an exam, like a physical exam. If you didn't do so hot, like that little fold, kind of cover it, and you're like, ah, shit, man. You kind of like slide that if you can keep it. It's called you can't. You just like slide it in your book bag real quick. That's how they put out the game. They're not like, da-da-da, look at what I have made for you, enjoy it. They're just like, here, like UPS, like on the door, like zoom, they fucking bolt. They're not waiting around for you to give your opinion. They're gone because they know you're gonna hate it. They know you're like, yeah, man, like that first like month of like Call of Duty passion kicks back. You're like, new game, I'm gonna get good at this. I'm kicking my friends' asses. This is fun. This is great. Or oh, I'm not good enough. I need to get better. Then like, oh, Christmas noobs are coming. Hell yeah. Then it's around January. You're like, all right, where's the content at? And then like, that's every year now. And then they're like, all right, here's some loot crates. Here's some maps. It's going to cost you $50 more, but we know you're going to love it because we know the community. Thing is, they do know, and they know that we don't like this, but they say, fuck you, we're going to keep milking this money cow, this cash cow, and they're just going to run it into the ground. Because the thing that I have to realize, and I still haven't, but I'm kind of starting to, is that Call of Duty is never going to be like it used to be. All good things must come to an end, and that's why they're good things, because like there's contrast between the good and the bad. That's really corny, but that's the truth. So Call of Duty, like from, like I'll even argue COD 4 up until like, then that gets debatable. For me, I would say the game, I forget the game now, before Advanced Warfare, because I liked Advanced Warfare, but I'm like, I just after that point, like this isn't Call of Duty to me anymore. So like that gap was the prime time, was the prime era. That's where all the fun was to be had. Now it's kind of gone, and games like Apex are just following along, like not Call of Duty, but like Fortnite, and that's just the era we live in now, where these companies, the game studios, are realizing how much money. And then there's players, there's pro teams, there's sponsorships, there's whole entire industries like G Fuel. There's gaming computers being sold like never before. Gaming is cool, and that's like a complete nerd thing. Like, hey guys, gaming is cool. Believe me, because TV said so. But like, gamers aren't looked at like Big Bang Theory anymore. Like you got guys driving around in Ferraris that put up YouTube videos of them just playing video games, and people like, and suddenly it's like, that's kind of dope, This dude, Censor, not anymore, but he had this like banging hot, like, I think she was Spanish. Where was she from? She was Latina, regardless. Some super hot, like, Latina weather reporter, and he's a gamer. I mean, he works out too, but like, he's a gamer. Like, 12 years ago, who the hell? Are you a gamer? Cool. You want some acne, gamer? But it's a different world now. But there's so much money to be made. Companies don't care. They're not going to listen to the community doesn't like these crates anymore. How much did those crates make us last year? Hey, Andy, do you have those stats? He's like, yeah, those crates made us an extra 32 billion. We're going to keep the fucking crates, aren't we? Yeah, we are. That's just how it is. And to me, I have to realize that I have to really understand that that's the world, that's the era, and it's going to take like an entire full circle to come back to the roots of gaming and get back to putting out good games. But it's like, basically it's like the companies realize that they can make triple the money, and if you could have triple the money you're making right now, would you ever go back to not triple the money? Would you go back to 1 times and not 3 times? Because 3 times is 3 times the fun. So of course they're gonna stay that way, and it's sad and it's unfortunate, but that's the reality, and that's why I'm doing a lot more change up of games. I'm playing Apex, playing Call of Duty, going back to some Battlefield every now and then. I don't want to be I don't want to play games and really just go hard and like I'm only gonna play this. I like to be good at it, and I still do that to some extent. But now I don't want to be so committed where once the game gets bad, they stop supporting it because it's so quick now. I can kind of switch between games and not get pissed because I hate that switch. And I'm like, I'm getting discouraged. I'm getting my ass kicked every game because I only play competitive games. Maybe I need to pick up some sports games. And this commentary has come full circle. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a long one, but if you did, leave a like down below. If you like these kind of commentaries where I go on more and kind of more of a stream of consciousness and less of a very just kind of cut clean video, then by all means let me know down below. And if you didn't like it, please let me know. I won't do it again, but hope you enjoyed the video. Like if you did, please let me know. I need to stop saying that. And have a good day. Peace.